Traffic and weather together with 4-1 meteorologist Daniel McFarland. Taking a look at those temperatures behind you, Daniel. We're in the 60s, some spot 50s, though, in other areas as well.
Yeah, so it's kind of that time of year where it's so dry. You're going to have some spots that are very over 10 degrees, even though they're not that far apart.
And that's just kind of, minor changes for people, but overall, it's still a nice morning, Daniel.
Yeah, definitely. So if you're waking up at, say, Oro Valley, you're looking at 65 up there. You have Davis-Monthan at about 56. Down near the airport, about 61 for you. So you are having temperatures across the area that are varying just a little bit. And that's going to be continuing for the next little bit as well. Now, outside of Tucson, you do have 48 in Douglas as one of the cooler spots. Pierce also at about 48 degrees. Ajo as high as about 67. And then you're also going to have some areas like Oracle down at 55. So you can just kind of see how elevation is playing a role in this too. And Green Valley sitting at 52 is another spot like that. All right, so for today, you do have about 92 in Midtown. You have 91 at the airport later on. I could see maybe one or two spots getting as high as maybe 93 degrees, but it's not really going to be many of us for today. That's going to be saved more so for the end of the work week. And of course, that's kind of similar to what we had yesterday. You do see Nogales at about 86 for a high temperature, Sierra Vista 83. So there is going to be some spots also as low as about 81 to 83. And I think that's mainly going to be in Cochise County, and the wind has a lot to do with that. Now, we've been talking a lot about this morning, and I still think the wind's going to be the biggest thing to watch throughout your day today. It's likely that we do have wind gusts starting off during the morning at around 15 miles per hour for those of you in Cochise and Graham County. Could be as high as 20 to 25 by the middle of the afternoon, while Tucson itself is likely going to have 15 to 20 miles per hour during today. And then overnight tonight, those winds will be getting stronger before we get into tomorrow afternoon, which is where we can expect the strongest winds to eventually move in. So that's kind of where I expect that fire weather watch to turn into a red flag warning will be tomorrow. So if you check back in during with that time, you're probably going to see those changes. Low pressure is going to be right there over California, and that's typically where it is for this time of year. High pressure over Texas and portions of New Mexico, that's going to be getting closer to us. Now, once it does, I do think that's going to be when the winds will be increasing. And as I mentioned before, that should be happening later on tonight. Now, if you're headed out to the fair, still breezy for you if you're going to be outdoors. I am expecting 75 during 8 p.m. tonight. We're eventually going to get back down to around 57 for the low temperature out there for tonight. There will be changes for the night after that. 53 for a low Tuesday into Wednesday. That's when I think the strongest winds are going to be here. That's when we're going to have a nice little wind shift to cool us off. And then eventually high of about 86 for Wednesday. So things will be a lot cooler during that day as well. Plenty of sunshine, though, over the next 7 days. We're not really going to be tracking any good rain chances at all across the area. Well, that was weather. Let's go ahead and talk about